Namaste. Welcome to Yoga with the Herd. Let's take a few minutes to connect here with the horses. This is Blue that has showed up to offer us the blessing of the herd for this session. Take a moment to become still, breathe deep, take in the scenery, sounds of South Texas, where our herd lives happily. Horses have been a part of your life, or something that sparks joy in your soul. Know that they are guardian guides, sacred beings that ride between the worlds of spirit and form. They're sweet creatures that introduced me to the path of yoga through the way of the horse. Thank you, Blue. Let's come to our centering and warm up here, taking a few minutes to close our eyes, drop into the breath deeper. Let's open in Jhana Mudra, first fingers and thumbs connecting. If you've ever been around a horse and had them breathe with you, they have a powerful breath. Tune into any experiences that you might have with horses as you breathe. Tune into the breath as a connection between our spirit selves and our physical selves. Tune into breath as a connection between God as we understand, he, she, it, they, and our own hearts. Setting our roots strong into the earth, opening our hearts in all directions to send out love and to receive love. And drawing tall through the crown of the head. Reaching to the sky, hands connecting and meeting at the heart, center of our being. If you'd like, set a prayer or an intention here. Know that it will be empowered through the herd. And let's begin with some movement. Reaching up towards the sky again. Breathe in big. As you exhale, just gently draw the elbows down a bit, opening the chest and the upper back. So find this subtle movement, but strong movement. Reaching, breathing, cooling down towards the heart as you exhale. Bringing the hands back to heart center. Let's extend both legs to a wide straddle position here. And again, coming to those heaven breaths. The strength of the heart. Expanding the breaths into sun breaths. I always welcome you to play with your own movement during our practices together. Your creativity will open, your creativity will flow as you step into the moment and really meet your body and soul in your practice. So taking some movement here, some shoulder rolls, some dipping forward and reaching back. Maybe play a little side to side. Engage the creativity. Nice. Connecting with the body. Reach towards your left leg, deep in a little forward fold there. Expanding, bowing. Pulling with the breath to come back up and exhaling into a deepening hold when you're ready. Be sure to keep the opposite leg reaching strong, flexing strong through both feet, toes to the sky, anchoring down in the heels. Coming up tall, take a side bend in the opposite direction. And here again, playing with entering the pose, coming out of the pose. Deepening a little each time, guided by the breath. Nice. And take some big sweeping circles, opening the shoulder space. Back through center, releasing to the earth. Bring the knees in. One of my favorite warm-ups. Opening the heart back, and then playing with windshield wipers. This time, adding a leg extension as you come across the midline. Moving out the lower body a bit more here. Beautiful. And back to that wide leg straddle seat, maybe a little wider this time as you sun breath up and down, anchoring the lower body, lengthening up through the spine, more and more and more. Beautiful. Pulling again into the shoulders, the head and neck, the rib cage, and the belly. So to take that forward fold action towards the right leg. Lengthening the spine, rooting the sit bones, leading with the heart into the bow. Our horses with their caretaker in the back, Esteban. It's a good friend of the horses. We're so blessed to have him. And he loves his time with them. Coming up and out of the forward fold, reaching tall. And that side bend to the other side. Laying in and out. I just love the birds here in South Texas. Always an orchestra of song. Holding that side bend when you're ready. Taking in the breath. Coming out here, back to some windshield wipers. I forgot to circle that right arm around, so do that. And then when you come to your windshield wipers, maybe play with sweeping the top leg in a half circle as you go side to side. Kind of transitioning through a bound angle pose. And then coming to bound angle, reaching up and then forward. Fold out of the hip creases. Fold from your seat. Lead with that length through the heart and the crown of the head. Hands back to Jana Mudra. First fingers and thumbs connect on the feet or beyond the feet. Bowing to our sacred Mother Earth. Take your time, come back up nice and slow. Roll out the head and neck. Drawing the shoulders back and sinking them down. Such goodness in the body as we take care of it. Meeting any sensations with love, acceptance, openness. What is the information stored in our body? Let's bring the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg, and round your spine back. Play into the shoulders again here. Really reach out through that left foot and then pick the right foot up. So modification of knee to chest pose here. Keep the breath going. And then sit nice and tall as you step that right foot back down. Sweep the right arm back to gentle twist and sweep it forward again. So we'll go back and forth here, inhaling up and then exhaling into the twist. Inhaling out of the twist and forward again. Continuing. Let's hang out in the twist, maybe wrapping that left elbow around the right knee, maybe not. Looking over the back shoulder, chin tucks down slightly. So cute the way Blue just stays with Esteban. Come on out of the pose. Let that right knee drop open. Reach up and take the forward fold here. Jana Shirsasana. Try to relax the right hip. You open the back of the left leg. Take your time to lift your head, lift your heart. Come up tall from the earth and switch sides. Like the left knee in, lifting the foot, rounding the back a bit. Continuing to play into the shoulders here. Great for Anahata Chakra, the heart energy center. Breaking up the tension around our hearts, breaking down the walls to loving ourselves, to loving others. Let's play with our twist. Flowing at first, anchoring that left foot down, extending that right leg strong, and flowing with the breath, forward and back. We have Hive now behind us, the lead mare of our herd now. Big, strong, dark, feminine force. That mare will tell you the truth, hard and fast, every time. Sometimes that's great, sometimes it's hard to accept. Come out of your twist here, opening that bent knee out to the side, extend, lengthen over the right leg and fold. It's often why we avoid our practice. It also tells us the truth, hard and fast. The truth is always healing, even when it's difficult to acknowledge. Take your time to come up and out with that strong flat back. And closing here, hands at the heart, back to a seated posture. Honoring yourself for showing up, for taking care of yourself. Perhaps this is your practice for the day. Great. Perhaps you'll join us for our working phase. Also great. Welcome to our working phase of the practice. Let's take a moment to transition to table pose, lining up the knees under the hip joints, tops of the feet pressing down flat, hands under the shoulders, neutral spine, and let's walk the legs out here. Practicing outside to get bugs, grass, various issues. Nice. And then come to playing with rounding the spine as you extend the legs, dropping your head, lifting up through the thoracic spine. Then try some gentle cat-cow breaths here. Arching and rounding, moving into the hip joints, shoulder joints, through the entire spine. Beautiful. Let's take a moment here to hold in neutral spine. Press the hands down and out, and then hold in that arched spine. Then rounding back. Into child's pose, dropping the elbows. Moving through little reverse chaturanga, neutral spine. So breathe in, arch the spine. Breathe out, round the spine and flow back through child's pose, dropping the elbows. And as you start that next breath in, scoop the heart through the hands. Press up, exhale to neutral spine. So it's a 2-breath movement. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round through child's pose, keeping the head just off the ground. Drop the elbows. Inhale, arch the spine as you slide the heart through between the thumbs, pressing up strong. Exhale, neutral spine. Try one more round. This is a great little movement for preparing for sun salutations. Great for building upper body strength. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Then take your time here to open the knees wide, big toes connect, hips sink back. Flip the palms as you come to your forearms. Keep the hands about shoulder width apart, keeping the head up for a moment and just sink back in the shoulders. When you're ready here, deepen down through the chest, drop your forehead to the mat, bringing the palms in towards each other, but keeping them facing up. Release into child's pose. Steady in the breath. Bring the palms down, look up, take the hands wide, start to engage the arms. Lift your chin and put it to the earth, and then lifting back up. Coming to the fingertips and turning the toes under, keeping those wide knees. If it's okay for your body, sink back into a squat here and play a bit side to side. Go as little or as big as you like. Dancing kind of on the toes and the ball joints. Turning, maybe even widening the feet out some. A great hip opener here. I like to even play with reaching up on the in-breath and exhaling back through center. That's almost a twisting, flowing, squatting pose here. If it doesn't work for you to be low like this, come right to a forward fold. We're going to land there shortly. Your practice is sacred. It matters that you listen to yourself. So from that low squat, rise up to a forward fold, feet and legs together. Hang it out with the knees bent a bit. Then bring the hands to the tops of the thighs, just above the knees. Start to sit towards chair pose, pressing the arms straight, neutral spine. Lift the heart, lift the head. Beautiful. Really roll those shoulders back. Start to walk the hands up the front of the thighs. Lengthen the spine in this modified chair position. And if you want a little balance play and a little strengthening in the lower body, lift off your heels and deepen into Uttanasana, as you can see here. Really strengthening the ankles and rising up tall, sinking the soles of the feet to the ground to land in mountain pose. Sun breath up, flowing down. Nice and fluid in the knee and the hip joints. It's not good for you to fold forward. Just work at it with a little less depth. accommodate your body. We talk about modifying, but it's about accommodating your body. What does it need? Nice. Come up tall through mountain pose. Hands from the heavens into heart center. Pause. And the head a little side to side. Let's get ready for some standing postures. Beautiful. Hands to your hip. Strong. Stepping the left foot forward into a high lunge. Make sure you keep the hips squared forward. It's okay for you to reach up. You can take that position with the arms. Really strong in that back leg, front knee about over the front ankle. And play here with those heavenly breaths. So opening on the in-breath, back bending slightly. Take the hands through heart center. We'll find a twist here. So lengthen forward. You can drop the back knee if you like, or keep it high. Lengthen forward. Turn towards the front leg. We have the left leg forward here. We're going to place the elbow at the knee. And then I'm pushing prayer hands together to twist the torso. Again, keep the hips squared. Turn at the low belly, upper belly, shoulders, chest. And you'll see I'm turning my chin, that top shoulder. If that creates instability, turn the chin towards the bottom shoulder. Beautiful. Come on down and out through the high lunge. Drop the back knee. Stretch back to your half split. And just lay there for a few breaths, really lengthening the back of the front leg. We're going to find a nice deep low lunge here, so I'm scooting that front foot forward. Coming up to a low lunge on the front leg. You can just sink here, deepening the stretch through the left quad. If you want to play with a little more intense posture, pick up the back foot, reach for it with the right hand. So this is a big pose. You want to scoot the back thigh forward a bit so you're not right on your kneecap. You're on the head of the quadricep. If there's any discomfort, come out of the pose, come to that low lunge. Keep the heart lifted, keep the shoulders reaching back, and breathe. Nice. Come out when you're ready, release to the half split. Take your time here to step back to downward dog. Or, of course, child's pose. Just release. Beautiful. And we'll walk it up to the forward fold. Lengthen through the spine here. Fold again. When you're ready, rise up strong. Hands down through heart center. Breathing in mountain pose before turning to face the other direction. So if you're working with your mat, just turn, face the other direction. Prepare for that same sequence on the other side. So we're going to sit into a little chair pose, step forward strong with the right leg. Nice, high lunge. And if it takes a few steps to get there, no problem. Stay tall on the back foot, on the ball joint and the toes. It's not the warrior stance where the back heel's down, the back heel's lifted. It's a crescent lunge. Get tall if you like, play with that expansion through the heart. Lots of strength building here. Bringing the hands to heart center, reaching forward. Finding the twist on this side. Left elbow to the right knee. Hip square, press the prayer hands towards each other to create the twist. A lot of balance work here. And we have a friend coming on the scene. This is Annie. Drop down to the low lunge, stretch back through the half split. Sorry, this is Abby, not Annie. She parks right under my posture here. And come to that deeper low lunge on this side if it works for your body. Reaching back for the left foot. Your foundation is everything. Right now, a dog is my foundation. Right under the butt. How do you like that? It's a great challenge to the concentration. Take your time coming out, play a little forward and back, and then patiently finding your way to downward dog or child's pose. Stretch, release it out. How cute is that? Makes my heart sing. Look at that tail go. So much love. Nothing like puppy kisses. And I'm going to kind of meet in the middle here. Forward fold and rising tall. Release to the heart. I didn't plan this, I swear. We did not practice this. Big breath in, reach up. Let's take some easy side bends with our little canine friend. Exhaling to one side, inhaling center, exhaling the other direction. Inhale up to the other side again, maybe deeper. And again, one more time to each side. Take your time to step out to five-pointed star, prepping for little warrior one action. So turning to the left leg first, coming back through center, prepping for warrior one on the other side, reaching up, coming back through center, prep for warrior on side two. Let's open to warrior one, back to center, and again to the right side, warrior one and center. Just easy flow here. Last time, warrior one towards the left. Let's hold, breathe, deepen. Maybe press the palms to the sky. Do something different with the arms. Feel the shoulders square off over the hips. Release, find a chest expansion in warrior one. Bringing the hands together behind you or resting them on your low back. And if it works for you to reach forward, inside the front knee, take a humble warrior. Bowing the head, deepening the chest expansion. Big pose, big movements here. Accommodate your body. Adjust your practice. Coming up and out, one last warrior one to this side. Big 5-pointed star to center. Visiting that right side for the last time. Warrior one. Love into the strength of your belly, turning towards the front knee. Press the hands overhead. And then hands behind your head, bring your elbows back. Different way to open and expand the heart there. Then try something different with your humble warrior here. Bring the forearms to the low back. Bow the chest and the head. Release. Inhale, come strong. Up and out. Reaching up one last time to warrior one here. And turning center, big 5-pointed star. Hands to the hips. Slow and steady fold into a wide leg. Standing forward fold. Adjust your hands how you like. On the earth, or here I'm resting them. Palms up in Jana Mudra. Forearms to the ground. Perhaps the legs stay straight, perhaps you bend the knees. Take your time. You can stay holding the pose or find some playful action like I'm doing here. No need to be contained in your practice. It is a time for full expression of self. I think it's always time for full expression of self. Come on up when you're ready. Strong rise from the earth. Hands to the heart and walk it in. To Tadasana, mountain pose. We'll take a moment for some balance poses. You can take yourself to a wall, or here I have a handy dandy split rail fence to work with. So place your right side at the wall or just stay on your mat. And do a standing quad stretch. So a little more of that deep quadriceps stretch in our practice today. Both thighs, both knees stay lined up. Grabbing your left foot and just standing up nice and tall. Mountain pose everywhere else. We also have Sierra on the scene now. Our short hair pointer in the back. You want to play with a little more balance work. You can lift that back leg. Actually, it's a bow action. Pressing the foot into the same hand. Coming through to a dancer pose. Nice. Release when you're ready. Patiently finding your way to the other side. When you're ready, root down on that left leg, pick up the right foot, stand tall, keep the shoulders and hips stacked, keep the thighs aligned next to each other. It's basically mountain pose, just holding half of a leg up. And if you want to work with dancer pose here, the hand comes to the inside of that held foot. Press the foot into your hand, create a back bend, create a bow here. You don't lean forward, you lift up. Beautiful. It's a big pose. So always take your time, be gentle. And when you're done, shake it on out. Beautiful. And let's come back to the mat. One big sun breath up. Exhale, forward fold. Another sun breath up. And a puppy jump. Exhale, fold. And again, fold it down. Let's lengthen the spine here. The feet a little wide. And if you want to revisit that squat work, start to take yourself down into holding that low squat. So feet angle out, knees are wide. This is a low goddess pose. Hands at prayer like we did for our twist, pressing outer edge of the elbows into the inner edges of the knees and calves. Draw the heart forward. This is not a strong pose for me. Try to practice those poses that are more difficult every now and again. Nice. And then you can just come back up and out through a forward fold. Walk out to downward dog. Dropping right to child's pose anytime you like. And take a moment to just kind of integrate those big working poses. And take a three-legged dog here. You can do this from table pose as well. Of course, matching on both sides. Keep the shoulders squared off. Nice. And when you're ready, dropping down to the knees, sinking back, and finishing in full child's pose. Beautiful. Starting our winding down section here. Continue to breathe deep in Balasana. If it's okay for you to come up tall on your knees, you can sit there for a moment. And then we'll all meet in the seated position, knees to chest. I'm going to work with some abdominal strengthening here. So first that nice tall knee to chest pose, and then start to lean back, keeping a neutral spine, and just very simply holding here. If you want, you can pick the feet up a bit. I'm crossing at the ankles just for fun. Some variations on Navasana, boat pose. You can stay tall or you start to roll down the spine, keeping it strong, extending the legs. Keep the shoulder blades off the ground. If you like, switching the cross of the feet. And then with control, releasing down into a lying pose. The complete release, the complete letting go. Beautiful. Bring the right knee into the chest, the left foot on the earth. Hug it in. Nice flat back, chin tucked down to the chest. And switch sides. Left knee hugs into the chest, easy. Releasing the abdominal muscles, the back muscles. Oh, look at that gorgeous Texas sky, those clouds moving through. Beautiful. Take a moment and reclined bound angle. So soles of the feet together, knees out, create a little arch at the low back. Keeping the restoration here. And if you'd like, lift your bound angle legs. Engage the lower abdominal muscles and then engage the upper abdominal muscles, reaching through towards prayer feet. This really activates the core, and then big release when you're done. All kinds of fun ways to Strengthen and stretch the body. Release the tension that develops between the mind, the body, and the soul. Beautiful. Let's roll on to our bellies. Bring the hands under the shoulders, crown of the head, or forehead rather, to the earth. Lengthen through the legs. Really draw the elbows in, down, and back. Lift to a little cobra here. Just lifting the heart. And working up a little taller if you like into an upward dog, pressing tops of the feet down. And freeing up the front of the legs from the earth. Beautiful. Releasing back down through cobra and to a complete rest. Head to one side. Follow the breath. Reach the left arm forward, right hand by the heart, and right leg comes up into a frog position. And take a unique twist here. Start to press onto your left side. That's the dogs again. Letting the inside of the right leg stay on the earth. And then you could hang out there, or you could bring the left arm forward and start to reach the right shoulder, right arm back. Finding a unique twist here. This can be really deep, so be gentle. You can soften it, bringing the right foot to the inside of the left leg, floating the knee up. Just a different way to enter our reclined spinal twist. And to soften it even more, let's bring both knees up. Plant that right shoulder blade down, look to the right, and enjoy your reclined twist here. Take your time to come out, back onto the belly. Lifting onto the forearms, the elbows under the shoulders, Sphinx pose. Another gentle back bend. Good. I have my toes turned under here, lengthening through the back of the legs. In complete rest, turn your head the other direction. Big belly breaths into the earth. Now reaching the right arm forward, left hand at the heart. Pull the left leg up in frog position. Pressing into the left hand to start rolling yourself onto the right side. Take your time. There we go. And if you'd like, you can reach the left shoulder back, taking the right arm forward. So you'll see here from this side, I'm not quite getting that left shoulder blade down. So I'm going to bring the left foot to the inside of the right leg. See how that makes a better pose? Beautiful. I should turn my chin towards the left shoulder. Maybe not yet. Now tuck both knees up. There we go. Landing in our more traditional reclined spinal twist. I just love getting to this portion of the practice. Tension in the body, so much less, so the breath is so much easier. Take your time to come out. Just find integration pose, knees bent, feet wide, thighs resting into each other, and you can even open and close the knees a bit. And staying there or stretching the legs out. landing in corpse pose, Savasana time. Take a moment to adjust, get yourself settled in. And I invite you to put one hand at the low belly, one at the heart, connecting Anahata and Swadhisthana, the fourth and second chakras, the emotional energy centers, the feeling energy centers. One of the most important lessons from the herd is emotional congruence. That means we embody what we feel. We don't abandon ourselves. We don't lie to ourselves and to others. We express the truth of our hearts. We let our emotions inform our actions. We do this, of course, from a grounded place, our connection with Source, our connection with Earth. We trust the experience of our emotions as a part of our journey, as wisdom. As you relax your arms open to the earth, let your belly be open and wide, let your heart be open and wide, like this vast Texas sky. Embrace the gorgeous inner landscape of your soul. It is sacred. You are sacred. Like the herd, we must work together. Provide a container of love for each other. Reflect for each other. Guide each other home again and again. Take your time to start moving from your relaxation. If this is not enough time for you, stop the video and spend more time just being. When you're ready, come onto one side. Pause there for a few breaths. Press yourself up slowly back to your seated posture for our closing. Hands at Anjali Mudra. Bowing forward, thanking the earth, thanking the herd, the puppies. Honoring the light within ourselves and each other. Aho. Namaste.